Good evening, my friend, and welcome to your guided sleep story. My name is Ibrahim, and it's my privilege to be the voice that guides you to peaceful sleep tonight. After the story, gentle sounds will continue to help you drift deeper into rest. Make yourself comfortable, and whenever you're ready, you can close your eyes. Notice your resting body and how comfortably warm and pleasant it feels right now. Breathe in and out naturally and feel your chest rise and fall. New calming energy flows into your body, and with each exhale, you let go of everything that no longer serves you. Feel the comforting warmth and how much your body loosens. Let go of everything that has burdened you today and surrender to your breath. Enjoy the peace and relaxation. Sometimes it comes quickly, sometimes it takes longer. Don't force yourself. This is your time. Feel the security and warmth around you. You may also feel gratitude. Perhaps there was a special moment today. Even if it's only the gratitude of being here in this place, feeling this relaxation. Keep breathing in your rhythm and let this positive energy flow. Imagine that everything around you disappears in a soft mist, as if you were on a gentle cloud that carries you weightlessly through the night, completely sheltered and full of lightness. You can just be and enjoy the peace. Notice how your muscles loosen more and more as your back stretches in a pleasant way. Allow yourself to sink into your relaxation. With each breath, you sink deeper and deeper, letting go of everything. It's time for your sleep story. A night in Paris tonight, we travel to one of the greatest cities on planet Earth. Paris. Here we meet some special people who work during the night when the rest of us are asleep. The first Parisian we meet this evening is Jean-Pierre, the baker. He owns a little bakery just around the corner from the Rodin Museum in the 7th district of Paris. Jean-Pierre's bakery has been in his family for a very, very long time. He is one of a long line of bakers who have lived in this house above this little bakery. As Paris sleeps, Jean-Pierre awakens. 6 nights a week, Jean-Pierre leaves his sleeping wife and gets up in the dead of night to make pastries and bread for the rest of the City of Lights. He doesn't find it difficult. It's part of life, part of his natural rhythm as he walks into the bathroom. The lights in the house are still off, and he looks out through the window at the sleeping city. The stars shine brightly down upon Paris. It is winter time, and the white snow that sits on the ground below glistens in the starlight. Jean-Pierre loves this time of day. It feels like all the world is his. He stands in the darkness, his bare feet touching the warm wooden floor, and he feels grounded. He takes some deep breaths, in and out, in and out, in and out. He feels warm inside as he looks out on the cold night. He feels cozy, if you like. He dresses, brushes his teeth, and descends into the little bakery. His first job is to fire up the ovens. He lights them, and every day, without fail, enjoys the light popping of the comforting sound of the wood burning. He looks around the kitchen, pretty much unchanged in over 100 years. He thinks of his father and mother, long gone now, and the joy and life that they experienced together in this special place. He takes out his pastry, some of it prepared the night before, and he starts to roll, adding butter as he does. This rolling motion he has done 1,000,000 times before. His arms are strong because of it, and there's something he loves about it. The process, the craftsmanship, the care and attention to detail that only someone who really cares about what they do can display as he rolls. He likes to think of it as his morning meditation. It is, in a way, his way of connecting to something higher. He loses himself in it, and it isn't long before Jean-Pierre has created lots and lots of little triangles that will be rolled up and made into croissants. As Jean-Pierre looks upon his work. Over at the Louvre Museum, Marie-Louise, a security guard, is in the middle of her shift. She is sitting behind her desk, looking at a group of television screens showing her views throughout the museum. She decides to walk through the empty halls. In fact, it's one of her favorite things to do. You see, Marie-Louise is an art student and cleverly got a job at the Louvre so that she can enjoy all of the great masterpieces all on her own. She walks along the great empty halls of this magnificent building. She feels, in a way not unlike Jean-Pierre, that the world is hers at this time of night. Sometimes she likes to pretend that the paintings are hers too. This building was originally built as a royal residence and took 200 years to build. As Marie-Louise walks through it, she looks up at everything around her, not just the paintings, but the building itself. The ornate detail and craftsmanship is astonishing. Eventually, she arrives at her favorite room, and yes, you guessed it, it's the room where the Mona Lisa is, by Leonardo da Vinci. This painting, a masterpiece of the Italian Renaissance, is the best known, most visited, most written about, most sung about work of art in all the world. It's believed that da Vinci worked on the painting for many years. In the early 1500s, eventually, he brought it to France, and it came into the hands of Francois I, King Francis I of France. It has been in the Louvre for over 200 years. Of course, normally it is difficult to look at it. There are so many people standing in front of it, but not tonight, not for Marie-Louise. Most nights that Marie-Louise works, she is granted a private audience with the world's most famous painting, Dot. As a little girl, she had a poster of the painting in her room, and in some ways, she can't believe that she gets to see this painting in person, on her own, every night. She stands close to the great painting, looking at the delicate features of this mysterious woman. No one knows exactly who the Mona Lisa is or was. She is one of humanity's great mysteries, a mystery that will more than likely remain unanswered. She looks at the brushstrokes and imagines the hand of the great man Da Vinci working tirelessly and patiently on this exquisite work. She tries to imagine where he would have painted it, in his studio in Florence, or outside in the country, maybe both, in some strange way. She feels connected to Da Vinci. She thinks that we as humans are all connected, and that in itself is beautiful. It's a thought that was generated by looking at art. And that's why Marie-Louise loves art. She feels tired now, sleepy in fact, and she decides to keep walking through the great museum, while Marie-Louise walks around the Louvre. Outside, driving slowly through the snow, is Laurent, a taxi driver. Laurent likes to work these hours when there's no traffic on the streets of Paris. He, like Marie-Louise and Jean-Pierre, enjoys the warm feeling that, just for a few hours, the world is his and his alone. He passes the Louvre and looks at the building and the great glass pyramid outside. The thought strikes him that he has never been inside. Despite growing up in Paris, he drives along the great Seine River and opens his window for a moment to feel the cool air of the night and to hear the calming flow of the river outside. Eventually he arrives at La Tour Eiffel, the Eiffel Tower. He has a ritual every night that when he passes this world-famous icon, he parks the car, gets out, and looks up at what was a very controversial monument when it was first constructed. He loves this tower, and he looks at it, taking in its enormity and grandeur. Every night, the thought strikes him that he is lucky to live in this place. He allows himself to feel gratitude for the life he lives, for the place he lives in, for the people he loves and who love him in return. He knows that so many people around the world would love to see the Eiffel Tower just once in their life. Laurent sees it every day, and that privilege is not lost on him. It's cold outside. And so Laurent gets back in the car and continues his nighttime drive through Paris. He has a call to do a pickup at the Ritz. Someone is going to the airport. Charles de Gaulle. As Laurent begins his journey towards Charles de Gaulle with a businessman in the back. Roxane, an air stewardess, is aboard an Air France A380 aircraft flying in from Los Angeles. Roxane has worked a long shift and she is very tired. It seems to her that nearly all 365 passengers on board are fast asleep. The people in first class are lying out horizontally. Roxane is preparing for landing in the next few minutes. She has worked hard tonight aboard this great metal bird of the skies. It is never lost on Roxane just how privileged she is to fly around the world. Yesterday she was in Los Angeles, the city of angels. Later tonight she will be in Paris, her home, the city of lights. As she announces to the sleeping passengers that soon they will land, she thinks how amazing it is that all of these people and all of their luggage and this great machine can fly high above in the sky and travel halfway around our beautiful home, Earth. The thought also strikes her that nothing exceptional like this happens without humans working together. Humanity working together is when we are at our best. While Roxane prepares the sleeping passengers for landing, the pilots prepare the great plane to land. As the plane touches down in Charles de Gaulle and the passengers disembark, Jean-Pierre takes out a beautiful tray of croissants, the smell wafting through the streets of Paris. The night is slowly blending into day. Soon, Jean-Pierre welcomes his first customer. Roxane walks into the bakery and buys herself a croissant. She greets Jean-Pierre with a smile, and Jean-Pierre greets Roxane with familiarity. These two know each other well. Soon Roxane is walking home, eating her croissant, and Marie-Louise pops into the bakery and buys a pain au chocolat. Jean-Pierre is always happy to see Marie-Louise. Then Marie-Louise happily heads home to her little apartment at Republic. It isn't long before Laurent parks his car outside the bakery, comes in, and buys himself a baguette before getting in his car and driving out of the city to his home in the Parisian suburbs. Now Jean-Pierre's wife Brigitte comes downstairs and greets her husband with a warm embrace. Jean-Pierre kisses his wife on the cheek and goes upstairs. He changes and gets into bed for a well-earned sleep. He stretches out in his bed and feels so very tired. As Jean-Pierre is closing his eyes, so is Roxane. She is in her dark little room, feeling cozy and ready for sleep. Laurent has said hello to his children and wife, and now he is under a warm duvet, his head on the pillow in his very comfortable bed, about to have a very well-earned sleep. Meanwhile, Marie-Louise is already in a deep sleep, dreaming of the Mona Lisa and Da Vinci and Florence. Soon all of our friends who we have followed tonight are sleeping deeply sleep and affirmations now. It's time for you to sink into a peaceful and restful sleep. Your body works powerfully and reliably. You can detour your mind from my words, drift off, dream, and sleep. You are safe and secure. Sleep deeply and soundly. Your body heals, regenerates, and strengthens. Everything works powerfully and reliably. Your mind rests. You can let yourself drift away. All is warm, all is safe. Everything rests in the depths of the night. Everything is good, and you feel good. Perhaps you feel a tingling in your feet or hands, or perceive a heaviness or lightness. It helps you to switch off and wake up the next morning refreshed and energized with new motivation and strength. Be open for your self-healing. Open for your sleep and deep relaxation. Everything is good as it is. Everything relaxes, everything lets go, and all is well. You sleep deeply, and all is well. You sleep tight, you dream deeply, and all is well with you. Your muscles are warm, you slumber deeply, everything is soft, and everything is good. Sleep well, you have earned it, while you drift into wonderful dreams. Your subconscious takes in these gentle affirmations. I fall into a peaceful and restful sleep. I relax each of my muscles. With every second, they grow warmer and heavier. I am sleeping deeply and soundly. I allow my breath to take me deeper. I dream of beautiful places. I allow my mind to slumber deeply and soundly. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is safe in my own space. I fall into a peaceful and restful sleep. I relax each of my muscles. With every second, they grow warmer and heavier. I am sleeping deeply and soundly. I allow my breath to take me deeper. I dream of beautiful places. I allow my mind to slumber deeply and soundly. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is safe in my own space. I fall into a peaceful and restful sleep. I relax each of my muscles. With every second, they grow warmer and heavier. I am sleeping deeply and soundly. I allow my breath to take me deeper. I dream of beautiful places. I allow my mind to slumber deeply and soundly. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is safe in my own space. Sleep well, my friend. Rest deeply. Dream beautifully. All is well, but our story of Paris doesn't end here. As our four friends settle into their well-deserved rest, the city continues to breathe softly around them. There are others who keep the heart of Paris beating through these quiet hours, in the grand halls of the Opéra Garnier. Céleste begins her nightly ritual. She is the head cleaner of this magnificent opera house, and she takes great pride in her work. As she enters through the stage door, her footsteps echo softly in the vast, empty theatre. Céleste has worked here for 15 years, and she knows every corner, every hidden passage, every secret of this beautiful building. She starts in the grand foyer, her soft cloth gliding over the marble columns that have witnessed countless elegant evenings as she works. She hums quietly to herself, fragments of the operas and ballets she has heard performed here tonight. She remembers La Bohème, and how the soprano's voice seemed to float like silk through the air. Céleste may clean these halls, but she is also their guardian, their keeper of memories. She moves through the red velvet seats, each one carefully dusted and straightened. In the morning, people will sit here and be transported by music and dance, never knowing that Céleste spent the night preparing this magical space for them. As she climbs the grand staircase, her hand trailing along the golden banister, she feels the weight of history in this place. So many dreams have been born here, so many hearts have been moved to tears by beauty. Céleste reaches the chandelier level and looks down at the empty theatre below. In the soft security lighting, it looks like a sleeping giant, peaceful and majestic. She whispers a quiet goodnight to the theatre, as she does every night, treating it like the living thing she believes it to be. Meanwhile, across the city, at Les Halles, the great food market of Paris, Émile is already hard at work. He is a flower vendor, and while most of the city sleeps, he is arranging the most beautiful blooms that arrived just hours ago from the countryside. Émile's hands are gentle but quick as he sorts through roses from Provence, sunflowers from the Loire Valley, and delicate lilies that seem to glow in the market's soft lighting. The air is filled with the most wonderful perfume, nature's own symphony of scents. He thinks about all the people who will buy these flowers today. Perhaps a young man will choose roses for his beloved. Maybe an elderly woman will select daisies to brighten her small apartment. Or a child might convince their parent to buy sunflowers just because they're as bright as the sun. Each flower has its own story, its own journey from seed to soil to this moment. Emile feels honored to be part of that journey, to help these beautiful creations find their way to the people who need their beauty most. As he works, he arranges his display with the eye of an artist. The colors flow together like a painter's palette, deep reds melting into soft pinks, bright yellows dancing next to gentle purples. To Emile, his flower stall is not just a business, it's a daily masterpiece. The market is quiet now, but in a few hours it will buzz with life. Vendors calling out their prices, customers examining the fresh produce, the wonderful chaos of commerce and community. But for now, in these peaceful hours, Emile has this beautiful space all to himself. Thierry, the night watchman, in the cemetery of pearl ashes. Thierry walks his rounds with a flashlight and a thermos of hot coffee. Some might think his job lonely or even frightening, but Thierry finds great peace in these ancient grounds where so many famous souls rest. He knows this cemetery like his own home. Here lies Jim Morrison, the American singer whose grave is always covered with flowers and letters from fans around the world. There rests Edith Piaf, the little sparrow whose voice could break hearts and mend them again in the space of a single song. Thierry's footsteps crunch softly on the gravel paths between the ornate tombs and simple headstones. The old trees stretch their branches overhead like protective arms, and the night air carries the faint scent of the flowers that visitors leave. Behind, he stops at his favorite spot, a small bench near the grave of Chopin, the composer whose music has moved millions. Thierry sits down and pours coffee from his thermos. The steam rises in the cool air, and he takes a moment to listen to the silence. But it's not really silence, is it? If you listen carefully, you can hear the whisper of wind through leaves, the distant sound of the city, the soft settling of old stone. To Thierry, it's the sound of peace itself. He thinks about all the people resting here, all the lives they lived, all the love they gave and received. Death, he knows, is not an ending but a transformation. These people live on in the memories of those who loved them, in the art they created, in the kindness they showed. Thierry finishes his coffee and continues his walk. He is not just a watchman, he is a guardian of memory, a keeper of stories, a friend to the spirits of the past. At the Hôpital St. Louis, Nurse Sandrine moves quietly through the pediatric ward. Her soft-soled shoes make no sound on the polished floors as she checks on her young patients. This is the part of her job she loves most. These quiet hours when the children sleep peacefully in room 12. Little Mark is recovering from surgery. His teddy bear is tucked under his arm and his breathing is steady and calm. Sandrine adjusts his blanket gently, her touch as light as a mother's kiss. Next door, Emma is dreaming. She's been in the hospital for 2 weeks, but tomorrow she goes home. Sandrine can see the hint of a smile on the 6-year-old's face and wonders what beautiful dreams are playing in her mind. Perhaps she's running through fields of flowers, or flying like a bird, or dancing with the stars. Sandrine has been a pediatric nurse for 12 years, and she has learned that children possess a special kind of magic. They heal faster than adults because they believe so completely in tomorrow. They trust so easily, love so purely, forgive so quickly. As she completes her rounds, Sandrine thinks about her own daughter at home, sleeping safely in her own bed. She whispers a prayer of gratitude for all the children in the world, those who are healthy and those who are healing, those who are loved and those who need more love at the nurse's station. She updates charts and prepares medications for the morning shift. Her work is not glamorous, but it is sacred. Every night, she helps guard the dreams of innocence, and there is no more important job in the world. As the first pale light of dawn begins to touch the edges of the Paris sky, our nighttime workers prepare for the end of their shifts, but their work has created invisible threads that connect throughout the city. The flowers that Emile arranged so carefully will brighten the breakfast table of a family whose father was treated by Sandrine last month. The clean beauty of the opera that Célis tended will host a performance tonight that will inspire a young girl to become a dancer. The piece that Thierry guards in Pearl Ashes will comfort a widow who comes to visit her husband's grave, and she'll stop at Jean-Pierre Bakery on her way home. Marie-Louise, now deep in her dreams, is dreaming of the painting she saw, the Mona Lisa's mysterious smile. In her dream, she understands the secret of that smile. It's the smile of someone who knows that all things are connected, that every act of kindness ripples outward like stones thrown in still water. Laurent, warm under his duvet, dreams of driving through a Paris made of starlight, where every building glows with love, and every person he passes waves hello. In his dream, the Eiffel Tower isn't just iron and steel, it's a beacon of hope that calls to people around the world. Roxane dreams of flying, not in an aeroplane, but with her own wings, soaring over cities and oceans, seeing how all the lights below are really the lights of human hearts, all beaten together in the same rhythm of hope and love. Jean-Pierre sleeps the deep sleep of honest work well done. He dreams of grain growing in golden fields, of sunshine and rain, of the ancient cycle of seed and harvest that connects him to farmers and bakers throughout all of human history. Paris itself seems to breathe more slowly now, in these precious hours between night and day. The Seine flows more gently, carrying moonlight on its surface like scattered diamonds. The streets rest, empty of traffic, waiting patiently for the city to wake. In apartments and houses throughout the city, millions of people sleep safely, each one dreaming their own dreams, each one part of the great tapestry of human life. Some dream of love, some of adventure, some of home, some of tomorrow's possibilities. The city's cats pick their way delicately across rooftops, their eyes glowing like tiny lanterns in the darkness. They are the night's silent witnesses, watching over the sleeping city with ancient wisdom. In the parks, the trees stand sentinel, their roots deep in the good earth, their branches reaching toward the stars. They have seen generations of Parisians come and go, and they hold all those memories in their rings of growth. And you, dear friend, listening to this story in your own bed, in your own city, in your own country, you too are part of this great web of connection. Your dreams tonight will join with the dreams of Jean-Pierre and Marie-Louise, of Laurent and Roxane, of Céleste and Emile and Thierry and Sandrine. When you sleep, you join the great communion of rest that circles our planet. As night moves around the world, people everywhere lay down their burdens and trust in the promise of tomorrow. Your peaceful sleep tonight adds to the peace of the world. You are safe, you are loved, you are exactly where you need to be. Let your breathing become as regular as the gentle lapping of the Seine against its banks. Let your heartbeat match the rhythm of footsteps on ancient cobblestones. Feel yourself becoming part of this beautiful story, this endless tale of human connection and kindness. You are not alone. You never were alone. You are held by the love of all the people who came before you, supported by the hopes of all who will come after. Deep rest and deeper dreams. Your body knows exactly how to sleep, exactly how to heal, exactly how to prepare you for tomorrow's gifts. Every cell in your body is working in perfect harmony. Every breath you take is exactly right. Every heartbeat is a promise that life is good. Let yourself sink deeper now, like settling into the softest feather bed, like floating on a warm, gentle sea. You are held, you are safe, you are loved beyond measure. The stars above Paris are the same stars that shine above you tonight. The love that flows through the streets of the City of Light is the same love that surrounds you now. You are part of something beautiful, something eternal, something that began long before you were born and will continue long after you have become a cherished memory. Sleep now, deeply and peacefully. Let your dreams be filled with beauty, with wonder, with the quiet joy of knowing that you belong to this miraculous tapestry of life. I fall into the deepest, most peaceful sleep. My whole body relaxes completely. Every muscle, every cell, every fiber of my being rests in perfect peace. I am safe in my own space, surrounded by love, held by the gentle arms of night. My mind is calm, my heart is peaceful, my soul is at rest. I dream of beautiful places and beautiful people. I dream of love and laughter, of sunshine and flowers, of all the good things that make life sweet. My sleep heals me, restores me, prepares me for tomorrow's blessings. I wake refreshed and grateful, ready to add my own thread to the beautiful tapestry of human kindness. I am sleeping deeply now, peacefully now, safely now. All is well, all is good, all is exactly as it should be. Sweet dreams, dear friend. Rest in the knowledge that you are loved, you are valued, you are an essential part of this beautiful world. Sleep well until the morning light calls you gently back to another day of possibilities. All is well, all is peaceful, all is good. Sleep. Now, sleep deeply, sleep in perfect peace.